I used to think that life looks better when you're young. And now that I'm approaching 30 in the next 2 months, I have a different perspective, right? I think life gets better every single year. Like every single year, it seems like I'm doing more. I'm becoming more. I'm looking better. I'm doing, the things that I've always wanted to, the things that I imagined growing up. I'm finally doing these things. And something that I was thinking about the other day was, people complain about dating. People complain about how, men just can't find women, or like the loneliness epidemic. And I just find that interesting. It's like, oh, like women want a certain type of man. And it's like, the solution is to just become that type of man that women want. Like that, the solution is easy. Like that's the only option. You could complain about it, or you can work on yourself and improve yourself, if you're lonely. And it's like something that I realized is, as a man who's older, the separation between like the average man, or the separation between men become a lot greater. And let me break that down a little bit. When you're younger, everyone's on the same playing field. High school, same playing field. College, same playing field. There's people who stand out very slightly, but barely stand out. And yeah, the people who barely stand out will always do the best when it comes to, dating, when it comes to attracting, when it comes to, having their type. The people who stand out will always do the best. And now that you get older, it's like the average dude will stand out a lot more if he just puts in a little bit of work, right? Your body fitness. The thing is, people aren't fit, dude. Like the older you become, like you would realize that people just don't take care of themselves. Right now, Jake is in accounting. Jake is, on his computer all day. He comes home, he eats, and he relaxes. And he does the same thing tomorrow. Doesn't go to the gym. He's not in football anymore, right? The high school football, the top players, they don't really look that good anymore. It's like, what happened, And now he tells stories like, back in my day, back when I was in high school, I was the guy, right? I had the ladies. I looked the part. I looked like the type of guy that, women are attracted to. Like, what happened? Now you look completely different. Now you gain 100 pounds. Like, what? That's Jake from high school. That's the quarterback. You don't look the same. And that's what happens as you get older. And everybody becomes Jake. Everybody becomes the guy who doesn't take care of himself. And so like the average dude who puts in a little bit of work, he has a different reality. He carries himself differently. He doesn't have like a victim mentality, because he understands that in order to make a transformation, I have to put in the work in every single day. Right. This is the guy that you have to become. And it's like, yeah, the physique makes you attractive, but the mentality that comes with the physique is the thing that makes you truly attractive. And this is what I try to get people to understand, because people think I'm just talking about the body, and it's not. It's way beyond your body. It's how it affects your thoughts, how it affects your mentality. Right. That's the most important thing. But also, like, feeling great and looking great is a plus, right? I'm never going to complain about looking good with your shirt off. She's never going to complain about how you look with your shirt off, right? So it's bigger than just your body, but this is a sign. There's telltale signs, and having a good physique, looking good naked, essentially is a telltale sign that this guy knows something that the other men don't, because he looks different. He stands out in a world where men don't stand out, and it's easy. A little work goes a long way. So like I said, the older you get, the better life becomes, the more options you have. Dating becomes easy. And it's like, dating is something that I don't have to think about. Like I know I don't have to think about trying to find a wife. I know I don't have to think about this, because like I'm going to be good. So that being said, I can focus on other areas. I can focus on improving other areas of my life, because I put in the work. And it's like the people who are scrambling, people who are struggling, are the people who didn't put in the work and who don't put in the work. And it's easy. So it's like one small step, like little steps is all you need to do. Anyway, the older you get, better life becomes. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. The things I want for myself are the same things I want for you guys.